Hi everyone, I'm Phil Mark, Principal of Leeds Sixth Form College, and from today I'm going to be Campus Principal for Park Lane Campus. You've probably seen me about, but this week is the first week that I'm officially responsible for running the whole campus. Since starting in September, I have to say I've been delighted by the amount of learners I've seen studying independently, using our excellent IELTS and working to really push themselves to achieve their ambitions. I've also seen lots of really great lessons. I'm particularly pleased with the amount of learners engaging and being supported by staff, both within and out with the classroom. As campus principal, the thing that's most significant to me is making sure that Park Lane is a welcoming, secure and safe environment for everyone. Of course, it is an older building and it wasn't necessarily designed to have several thousand students coming and going every day. So with that in mind, it's important that all staff and students are doing everything they can to make the environment a pleasant one. Unfortunately, there have been several incidents in the first term that have made it very difficult to maintain the environment that we all want. We have had an intruder on site who forced his way through the barriers. Though he was quickly apprehended, this was clearly a real issue. What's been really disappointing is that we have also had several incidents of students actually jumping over or forcing their way through the barriers or handing their lanyard onto others or tailgating through the barriers. Clearly, we need to work together to address this. As a safety measure, we've decided to introduce a security guard at the barriers whose job it is to ensure that no one is bypassing them and to send people back to reception if they don't have a lanyard. Anyone jumping the barriers will also be identified by CCTV, which we have right the way across the site. We're also going to recruit a relations officer to help create a safe and warm professional environment who should be joining us shortly. But it's important to say that on their own, these measures won't be enough to make sure the site is welcoming and secure. Really, it's the way that everybody treats the site and engages with each other that matters the most. And I want to re-emphasise this in my first message as campus principal. Every single one of us can and should make a real difference to how welcoming and safe Park Lane is. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be sick of hearing it, and to be perfectly honest, I'm sick of saying it constantly, but we are going to keep saying it until it sticks. All students and staff absolutely must wear a lanyard and have that card visible at all times on campus. It's the absolutely vital first step in ensuring safety on site, the most basic fundamentals of a secure environment. We know that the people here are supposed to be here. And it's not by far the only thing we care about, but it is the first most basic step in keeping us safe. And at the moment, we're really struggling. Large numbers of students are often not wearing lanyards, particularly at meal and break times or when leaving a session. And that means that staff are spending time constantly discussing basic first steps rather than getting into conversations about the other stuff we'd love to talk to you about, like learning or your well-being or just checking in. So please understand that if students don't wear lanyards, it's just not possible for us to know who people are and that they're supposed to be here. Every time you don't wear it, you're making the site less secure and you're making your fellow students less safe. It's such a little thing, but it really is about showing that you take the safety of your fellow students and all of our staff seriously, and that you're part of Park Lane. So please, it's so important. You have to wear a lanyard at all times, and you must never, ever pass it to somebody else or to anyone else who's forgotten theirs. Tell your mates if they've forgotten to go to reception, don't let them in with your card. If you lose your lanyard, talk to your tutor or admin teams, and you must report in at reception to get a purple wristband. And we can also help by making some small changes to behaviour and encouraging others to do the same. Whether it's making sure to put litter in the bins after eating in the cafeteria, or keeping the volume of conversations at a level that takes into account that this is a professional working environment, that people are learning around us, or whether it's just saying hello and being welcoming, all of it adds up to creating the environment we want and to helping us to focus on learning. So in the next 3 weeks, it's going to be really busy. The Christmas break is coming up. The weather may well be rubbish, and we know that the heating system is not the best on cold days. So trust me, we are working on that, but we recognise that it is an issue. So in that context, it's really important that we make sure that the campus is a pleasant place to be, a pleasant place for everyone, and all of us can and should be helping to make that happen. So I'm really excited to be your new campus principal and to help Park Lane become a fantastic place to learn, and I'm sure you're all going to be with me and part of that journey. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm sure we'll be talking in the coming days. Thank you.